How's everybody doing out there? I hope everybody's doing fine. I'm doing alright. Had a long day today, but I wanted to do some testing. Basically, what I'm doing right now, I can't actually see like the thing like as if I was on Streamyard, so I'm pretty much just playing it by ear. But what I wanted to do was do a little bit of testing on the chat through OBS, which I'm kind of like basically straight streaming through right now. But while I'm doing that, I kind of have to show you guys some stuff. So I've got a stack here to keep your attention along with the music, which we're going to start with TMNT, Bebop and Rocksteady, Hit the Road. This is a little bit more recent TMNT, I believe. I picked this up probably last year, right off the shelf. So that was a pretty cool pickup. So now I'm going to jump onto my Chromebook, see if I can pick up this live stream. It should be in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to myself. I should be. There it is. Alright, we're going to pop in on here and see. Now I can actually, you know what? Hold on a second. If I go in here, it told me that I was supposed to be able to redock something. View docs. I want to view my chat doc. There's my chat. Hold on, I might be doing something here. So then I'm going to talk to myself because I'm a psychopath. Hi, a comic bookworm, chat test number 1. Thank you for that. I'm gonna see if I can select or highlight your chat through OBS, which is what I'm trying to do, because what I want to be able to do is pop up your chat on the screen as if I'm in Streamyard, because you just click on that thing and it brings up the chat underneath the people's picture. But I don't think I have that ability to interact with the chat through OBS Studio, because I see your chat, but I can't actually click on it or highlight it in any way. So that's going to be the difference between whether I'm using my OBS Studios or if I'm going to use StreamYard, because if I'm going to be interacting with the community, I have to be able to highlight, because otherwise it just looks like I'm talking to myself when you do the rewind. But to continue my show off, we have Dark Horse Comics number 1 of 4. This is Robot Prime Suspect. I obviously got it just for the cover, but I remember watching RoboCop when it first came out, and the opening scene traumatized me, along with the club scene that was pretty traumatic as well. But if I can change this over, you might have to do it through YouTube interface. You do the studios through, because I know I linked it. What if I go? I know StreamYard definitely has the ability to, but I think that OBS Studio is, I think, too far disconnected from YouTube. I think they just have the ability to batch in on your stream. You know who I need to talk to about this stuff? I need to talk to Chip Getler. Mr. Chip Getler, where are you at? Maybe if I say his name 3 times, he'll know I'm calling him. White Shadow. White Shadow. White Shadow. Darn. It was worth a try, though. Anyway, so next up, Boom Studios, Power Rangers, Draken, New Dawn, 1 of 3. I'm pretty sure she has a name, but this is the pink one. So, had to grab that up. Let me see if I can go into the settings on like studio mode. StreamYard seems to be what everyone is using these days. I was on it, and yeah, it's really user friendly. It's got a lot of items on the free that are really like useful and make it streamlined. But there's certain aspects to it that you just can't achieve if you've already started like doing the process in OBS. Like there's like this side by side. Like I have three cameras, so I want to be able to alternate all of those different things. And the only way to do it on Streamyard right now is if I have each item logged in as a panel member, and then I can alternate views and single views for each particular device. But I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to log in two different devices into my own live stream just to be able to alternate. So I kind of wanted to see what the pros and cons are. So basically, I'm finding out that the pros of the OBS stream are that they do have the live chat, so I can see it. I can actually respond to what you guys are saying. I just can't highlight it. So when I'm doing stuff like this, I'm doing a spotlight. This is going to be cool. But when I'm doing people interactions or chat interactions, it'll definitely be a StreamYard stream for things like that. IDW, Kanto second, the Hollow Men number one. I'm pretty sure this is the first cover, but I missed out on the Kanto 1 hype when they first came out, so when I heard Kanto 2 was being released, I definitely made sure I grabbed one. Sup, Cole? How you doing, buddy? Just over here finding out that OBS Studios is not going to be very good for community interactions, but it's awesome for what I'm using it right now because I got some books to show off. Yeah, that's all right, man. Take your time. That's the whole the community thing is to wait and do it either on camera or do it for an event or whatever, man. You open that thing whenever you want. It's yours. Honestly, you can hang on to it, use it as a paperweight. But yeah. So next up, we've got from Aftershock, We Live number 1. I'm sure for you guys, this thing probably needs no explanation. I have not done any research into it, but I know that I've heard good things about it. And so, actually, when it first came out, it was back in the days when I was just picking up all of the number ones that were being put on the shelves, and those were very expensive days. Well, I'm using OBS right now, and I'm on an old Toshiba laptop. It's really not that bad, but the program doesn't have the ability to let me highlight chats. So, yeah, that's the cool thing about not reading them is I'm not disappointed in the stories. So as long as I buy the covers, that's the only thing I look at. So if I'm disappointed in the cover, I just don't buy it. I guess that's kind of one of those. If you can't win the lottery if you don't play. And I'm like, yeah, but you can't lose if you don't play either. So I've never lost the lottery. There's always that point. What do we got next here? Spy Island, Bermuda Triangle Mystery. Yeah, I mean, that's just spooky as hell. The island is a skull. What more do you need? But I mean, I guess this is pretty cool. This is decent for what I needed to do on little shows like this and show-offs and little banters back and forth. Speaking of banter, man, I can't wait until Saturday. Saturdays have become like the highlight of my weeks. Heading over to Chip Gettler's The White Shadows channel. Saturday night banters are the stuff, man. If you guys are not checking that out, y'all need to do that. When we started on Comic Burrito, we used OBS. You have to insert a chat section. It was more of a scroller than a highlight one. Yeah, exactly. Spy Island won a Golden Burrito in 2020. Yeah. Oh, that must mean it's pretty damn good. A lot of these things I hear certain things about them when they're first coming out, and so like I guess you could consider it like a light speculation, but it's more along the lines of I don't want to miss out. It's FOMO. Like if I were speculating, I would pick up two of everything. That way, you know what I mean. I would be able to sell it off later. But in my collecting, I just want to be able to say, yeah, I got one of those too. Or as Comic Journey would say, look at me, look at me. Alright, what we have here is Now Comics Universal Soldier Part 1 of 3. Based on the major motion picture with some good holographic stuff going on right there, man. And honestly, that movie was pretty cool. I remember watching the thing over and over. Zera. If I remember correctly, suggested for mature readers by StonebachComics.com. One of three. If I remember correctly, this one is about a hashtag look at me, that's right. This one here is about a monkey that was like, I'm pretty sure genetically enhanced or somehow scientifically enhanced to become like an astronaut, but something happens to where she like the world is going to end or something, and she like is trying to save her son, and yeah, that's pretty much the basis of what I remember. Y'all should actually probably I should research this crap before I put it back up. That way I'm not just doing a look at me. I could actually have some backing behind it. But in all reality, the title does say this is a test. So now that the test is over, I gotta at least show off some books. I don't know if y'all ever watched Rocco's Modern Life. I used to watch that all the time, like on my quote unquote sick days. Bowl of cereal in front of the TV, man. That was my jam. So I was super excited when the Afterlife book came out in this cover. It was like Free Comic Book Day or around that time. I was actually went all the way to Oakland to pick this up. Alright, here's another cool one. I used to watch this show all the time. This is Ghost in the Shell, the Dark Horse manga, 1 of 8, and it's a really cool like storyline premise of these like android slash humanoid, well, basically she's a detective, and there's like cyber crimes like beyond, like, okay, so you think of cyber crimes interacting with your computers. Now imagine you having computers or being part computer and like getting hacked. Like that's the type of police forcing that's going on in this storyline. And then this one here, definitely I have to have. Any Spawn fan should have. This has the first advertisement for Spawn inside of it. This is Rust #1, but this is the special limited edition variant cover, I guess you could say, because the other cover didn't have that advertisement from what I understand. Then we have the acetate cover of We Only Find Them When They're Dead #1. I first bought this book when it first came out, the slab, and I was really disappointed because the slab took forever to get to me, and it really just put a bad taste in my mouth throughout that whole book. Alright, we've got The Crow Dead Time, #1 of 3. Kitchen Sink Comics. I just realized he has a goblet of blood. That's pretty freaking disgusting. Pretty sure this is a more recent one. Boom Studios, Many Deaths of Layla Starr. Isn't this one about, like, no, that's a different one, never mind. I don't know what this one's about. I think we're getting down to it. 3 more, guys, and then I'll jump off of here. IDW, Transformers meets Back to the Future, #1, cover A. Yeah, that's just a very interesting but cool team up if you are late 80s, early 90s. This is definitely right up your alley, I'm sure. A little bit older one. Eternal Warrior, #4. If I remember correctly, this is the first appearance of Bloodshot. Should be. I picked this one up a while back when I first started collecting. I used to get a lot of Eternal Warrior and a Bloodshot in the big packs that I would get. And to finish it off with a bad idea, which this book was a bad idea. But I have it, so I guess I can say that. Which was expensive though. So, definitely a forever PC item. I guess that concludes my test, my OBS test and PC show off. Thank you guys for stopping by. Cole, Bleaker, Comic Bookworm, you guys, I appreciate it, and thank you for the feedback and spending your time with me. I'm going to click this next item because that's what OBS lets me do, and that way I can say thank you for stopping by, and later.